So, a few quick things, because it seems like there's a meltdown happening right now. Uh, Maybe not worldwide. I think I'm seeing most of it just on uh, local, I would say United States, on my feed about Twitter. It's something that I had discussed long form on the podcast, and something that is still going on currently. A ton of people are weighing in, and I'm getting a pretty good amount on both sides. People that are lamenting that this is the end of the world and Elon must be stopped at all costs. To we're behind you, Elon. Do whatever you want. It does not matter. We've got your back. Thankfully, it seems that Elon is not interested in either extreme. He is putting together and consulting with a bunch of different people. So he's putting together some kind of board, and he's consulting with a bunch of different people about how to move forward in the best way with Twitter. And the thing I find the funniest is that people are losing their minds about the verification. So you might have to pay $5 or $8 maybe a month or something like that to be verified. And there's a ton of professionals that are saying that they're out because of that. So I say, good riddance. Go find some other platform where you can speak and and bring that supposed free content. I had a conversation with one of those professionals online, and for me personally, I've never used Twitter as a place to go hunting down celebrity thoughts. The majority of the people that I follow actually don't have a check mark next to them. I'm more interested in uh, a marketplace of ideas and a public square to be able to talk about the things that I love, like geek things, which I wanted to mention really quick. For example, Henry Cavill, who had just come out recently that he was returning to the role of Superman and has gotten a ton of hate online for it. And people are bringing up his past dating as a way to show what a terrible person he is for leaving the Witcher show. And that all sounds pretty involved and nuanced. There's a lot going on there. Apparently, Henry Cavill is a huge geek and really likes to stick to the um, the source material. I have no clue if that was the case, but man, so many things going on between Henry Cavill getting attacked online to HBO announcing that they have canceled Westworld, which season 1 was incredible. I could not keep up with it. I tried getting to season 2 and season 3, and it just wasn't for me. I mean, the story was not as compelling as the first season. And the first season, I will say, was very rough in terms of visuals, a lot of adult, themes. HBO never holds back from, giving you some pretty graphic stuff. But I just couldn't keep up with it. It just wasn't. I mean, there's so many other things that were, to me, more interesting and something that I could watch with the wife or the kids. That I just really didn't have much time for it. So it got announced that they're not getting a season 5. They made it up to season 4. And then I just read today that the main cast is still getting paid for season 5, even though they're not doing it, which, good on them, bad on HBO for falling into that weird plan. I don't know how that would be sustainable for any, um, movie studio or television studio to have that kind of thing in place. That seems weird to me. But anyway, I'm also not getting my tickets for Black Panther opening weekend. I'm going to definitely wait. I'm not in the camp of people that are hating on it before it even comes out. Like, the clips don't matter to me. I've avoided them. I'm more interested in actual legitimate word of mouth of people that have seen it to see, where it is that they're going with that. The last thing that I will talk about, I think, will be I saw this pop up on my feed, the 1 year anniversary of the Eternals Marvel's Eternals being put out. Uh, I talked about this on the podcast. You can go back and find it somewhere, but I thought it was an awful movie. And I didn't think it was awful because of the performances. I didn't think it was awful because it was visually bad. I thought it was awful because the movie did not get a chance to spend enough time with the family that it had established. So it did not give anybody an opportunity to really invest in that corner of the MCU, and then the reasoning for why we had not met these people before and what kept them out of the Thanos snap didn't really hold any weight either, and it didn't make much sense. It would have been way better off as a Disney Plus series than a movie, a 2.5 hour movie. Just did not get enough time to breathe. And I know the Eternals personally from the comic books. I read the comics, so I know what each character is and what each character represents and what their story is about. This just didn't. It just didn't fulfill that the promise of what we could have had with an 8-part Disney Plus series where they could have used each episode to focus on two of the characters, and follow their journeys throughout time until they get to the end and they fight the big bad together. I think that would have endeared them and folded them into the MCU so much better than what we got. That's just my opinion on that. So anyway, this is my quick video of the week. Please go listen to a Hispanerd podcast, the long form. I talk about Twitter and fandom in general this week on Friday's pod drop. And please go subscribe, follow, and share if you can. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I will see you soon.